Let's give it a few seconds in. Maybe, I don't know. I'm just going to go ahead and get started. So, AOC, not a fan. Y'all know I am not a fan of hers. And I haven't been a fan of hers. At first I was. At first I was like, man, she is smart. I like the stuff she says. She seems to be on our side. But look at how she treats the people that are in power. She bends the knee constantly. She minces her words when she talks. Okay, I think a prime example of this is when she went to the protest of Nancy Pelosi, and instead of saying like I'm here protesting, she didn't say she was there protesting. Never claimed that she was there protesting. What she said was, hold on, let me make sure I got chat going. Yeah, there we go. Good morning, Dingo ate my baby. Good to see you here. Yeah, she never said that she was there protesting Pelosi. She never even said anything bad about her. And in fact, all she did was flatter her. And, you know, our dear leader, Pelosi, I know that she would appreciate what these people are doing because of her history of civic duty or activism or something like that. I was like, are we talking about the same woman here? Is there a gas leak in her office? Because this is not what Pelosi does not. That's not her. We're not talking about the same woman here. But she said that she was there to support the protesters. Nobody else stepped up. Are you talking about AOC's? Yeah. Like, here's the thing. Her heart might be in the right place, but her tactics are garbage. Why does she feel like she has to bend the knee to these people that have done nothing? Why is it so hard to say, yeah, Pelosi sucks. She hasn't helped anybody. That's why I'm here. I'm here because she doesn't represent what needs to be done and she's not willing to do the work. I don't understand. Why do we have to be kind to these people that want to screw us? Why should we have to suck up to them? I don't have to kiss their boot, and neither should she. We need to speak honestly and openly about how horrible these people are. And that was my problem with Bernie. I know that people are saying like, well, it was strategy. All this. Look who else was. It was either him or her or Trump. Okay, well, answer me this. How is the Democrats? We keep seeking solace within the Democratic Party when look at the difference between Hillary and Trump. Both are racist. Neither one of them are going to give you anything that you want or that you need. Neither one of them would give you a living wage. Both of them are in favor of barriers, building barriers. Walls. They want to build walls. Both of them only care about their rich friends. Both of them would only put their goonies in charge of stuff. And yet we want to pretend like this party is somehow, and the people in it are better than these people over here. And that's why, we have to vote for Pelosi, like AOC. Even, what's her name? Jamela? I don't know. She's like the lead person on the Medicare for All, and she endorsed Pelosi. I feel like there's a madness. Like, we're a madness about this. Like, we're so afraid about, we might have a scary other person to the right. We're still ending up in the same place. Either we're going gradually by voting for people like Pelosi or, those types, or we're just going to go lean straight into it with people like Trump. And so we keep looking for these heroes. We keep looking for heroes in AOC and in Bernie Sanders and in all these other people. And like, nobody is going to be your hero. Nobody's going to save us. None of these people are. Even the ones that we really like. You know, I mean, around here, y'all know I live in a red state, so I mean, I hear a lot of like, or I have heard a lot of stuff in the past about, um, yeah, I get that there was nobody to the left of Pelosi, and isn't that strange? All these progressives that we supposedly got into office, and I don't know the rules and stuff about who can run, how long you need to be in, or any of that. So maybe that was a factor. But why is it nobody to the left of her ran? Is it because there is nobody left to the left of her in that party? I don't know. But like I was saying, is that, I live in a state where I hear people say stuff like, well, we can't, y'all want free college. You just want a handout. Oh, people on food stamps, they're lazy. They just want a handout. They want something for nothing. Everybody's so afraid that somebody's going to get something without having to put in like a million hours of work. And yet we keep showing up to the polls and voting for people without doing any kind of work whatsoever. We think that these people are just going to take care of us. And it just don't work like that. It's not going to work like that. I mean, they're literally wanting something for nothing. No research. And I know a lot of these people can't do the research. I know I'm psychotic, and that's why, I don't really have a personal life. So that's why I'm able to do this stuff. But um but at the same time, you can't expect just checking out 99% of the time and then showing up and casting a vote for whoever looks the prettiest in a suit or tells you the prettiest words, and think that something's going to change, because it's not. Let's see what chat's got to say. If I can bring it up. I don't know how to bring chat up. There it goes. Okay, no, I don't. Okay. Rusty Shack, man, it has been a minute. I'm so glad to see you. More flies with honey than vinegar. She has to work with them. I don't get that. She has to work with us. I don't. These people that are in power, they're meaningless to me. I'll make them obsolete. Take it to us. We'll fight. We'll fight. I just don't. Nancy Pelosi has done nothing for me to where I feel like I have to stick up for her. She hasn't stuck up for me. Why am I sticking up for her? Yes, SFX. AOC praised John McCain. Like, I get it, the dude just died, but that doesn't mean you have to lie about him. Like, you don't have to make up stuff. Just don't say anything. Just don't say anything at all. If that's your thing. I I know this is one of my unpopular things, but and I seem extreme when I talk about this stuff. But we've been using this strategy for a long time, and it's gotten us nowhere. I don't see, where has it gotten us. Her bowing down to Pelosi, where did it get her? What did it get us? Not extreme, just dumb. Well, okay. I mean, I'm trying to hear y'all out on this if you have a different opinion. Because look, I am not a Trump supporter, but when I heard that people were voting for Trump, I just had to understand that mentality. Okay, like, I just wanted to know, how do you get to that point where you're like, Trump's a good idea? So I listened to people, and so it took a little while, but I got how I could understand how they got to that point. Even though I understood, I still disagreed at the end of the day. But like this thing with Pelosi and AOC and Bernie, it's something that I'm trying to wrap my mind around. Even though I don't agree with it. Like, because if I can wrap my mind around it, then maybe it's right, but but I don't think so at this point. I don't think so. Too many people truly don't think that our tax dollars should be answered or meant to be spent on us. No, I mean, how much of our wealth here actually goes to the people that created it? Or Tulsi. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really looked into Tulsi that much. I know a lot of people have been saying Tulsi 2020, but I mean, I've heard her say some nice things. But that's about it. I mean, but that's just not enough for me. Trump 2020, solar flare 2024. Yeah. And I've also heard some, I need to look more into it, but I've also heard some really troubling things about Ojeda, too. That's why I didn't throw my full support. That he's, not great for that he's pro-fracking, which is one of the reasons why, Hillary didn't get my vote. I mean, we say like, oh, well, maybe Hillary would have done something, but at least she would have cared about the environment. She went on a fracking tour. Tell me the difference. Tell me the difference between these two parties or two people. I need a drink. Okay. And no, Austin, we're not going to get a perfect candidate. But what I'm talking about is, I feel like this goes to the core of people. This goes to the core of like who they are and what they're about, what they're fighting for, what drives them. I mean, that's why I voted for Bernie, because I saw a fire in him that he fought for whatever the right cause was. But when he ignored all the outcries of the people that were screwed over during the primary, and it's not just like, well, we had a difference in opinion on whether dental should be included in Medicare for all. No, this is the foundation of our democracy, and you're going to ignore that? The fact that he even ignored that enabled Trump to get in office. The thing that he said that he was fighting against by supporting Hillary. I mean, the whole thing, it just seems like a mind fuck to me. That a syndicalist? I don't know what that is. That's a $3 word right there. I don't know. He might be. I don't know what that is. People don't even really know who's voting Ro Khanna. He's cozy with Raytheon. Yeah. Ro gives me the heebie-jeebies. Like, just something in my gut with Ro. I just, I'd listen to more information about him, for sure. But from what I've heard, I think he's another one of those people that likes to say pretty things to us. And I don't care about your words. Nice words, nice things. Everybody wants to be polite. This is polite society. Well, you know what? Nobody's been polite to us. People want to say throw these nice words around and treat these people in power with respect. And this is polite society. This is not how we act. This is not how things are done. But at the same time, they're doing these horrible, despicable things to us. He does. No, I do respect him, Austin, for that. I mean, even after he lost, he came out here and talked to people about Medicare for all. He did, like, he still goes out there and talks about the issues, but it's a very controlled way in which he does it. He doesn't speak openly and honestly about everything. I do respect some of the work that he's done since the election, for sure. And some of the bills that he's put forward and stuff like that. I'm not saying that he's laid down completely, but there's a line, and he's not willing to cross it. No, I hear you. No, stuff doesn't happen within, at the snap of a finger. But I mean, why haven't we gotten health care in the past 100 years? Is it because we keep voting for the lesser of two evils? Is it because we keep bowing down to these people and thinking that they're going to save us because we're voting blue no matter who? And then the blue screws us over yet again because they have to be bipartisan and work with the right. Aaron Matei is leaving Real News Network. Yeah, I heard about that. I saw that on. I wonder what he's doing. Yeah, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, Roe is doing some good stuff. Now, maybe it's just because his past with Hillary or with certain things. I mean, I'm not saying that the dude's not doing good work right now, but maybe it's just because he's a politician. But something in my gut just gives me. I mean, it just feels hinky. It just feels hinky. Because we also have to look at, sometimes these people put in bills and stuff that they know are going to get shot down just to make them look good. You know what I mean? So I try to look at it from all kinds of different angles. I mean, we have to be very suspicious of anybody that wants power or anybody that has power that wants more of it. So, yeah, I guess I want to look more into Roe because it's been a minute since I've looked at them. But Open Secret says Roe Khanna got money. 15 from Raytheon. Roe's a Justice Democrat. I don't know. I know I did a video when the Justice Democrats first rolled out, and yeah, I mean, I wasn't against them when they first came out. I was actually very in favor, but I was like, pointing out some things that I was like, maybe, watch this. Oh, thank you, propaganda. Yeah, I mean, I'm just so tired. I'm so tired of this. I mean, I'm willing to hear people out. I mean, I'm not just saying just because you're a Democrat, you're automatically horrible. Even though I don't have any faith in the Democratic Party, I do have faith in people with solid policies and a fighting spirit that's willing and a winning strategy. So just. But the thing is people that are running, they don't want to talk to us. Nobody wants to talk to us and just be real and honest on a human level. Yeah. Yeah, nobody's going to save us. And I just don't get that mentality around here either. It's just, I mean, we're so mainstream media, and this is one of the other videos I just did, was mainstream media has got us so ass backwards. That we live, people around here tout we live in a Christian nation and Christian ideology, all this stuff. And yet, and they love Jesus, but they do not stick with their values. Like, they go to church and they preach about love and loving your neighbor and all this other stuff, and it's just like, and then they go home and they turn on the news and they say, well, look at all these immigrants and look at all these people wanting help and they want food. Why should we have to feed these people? Like, didn't you just go to church and hear about how Jesus broke bread? I don't know. It just, we have all these different, we're getting pulled this way and that way, and it's just all these different standards for different situations, and there's no consistency to our values at all. Oh, I'm sorry. I started getting riled up. I have to hold my phone because my laptop died, and I don't have any way of holding my phone. So yeah, I started talking. Yeah, my bad. I'll try to be a little more steady with this. No, and I hear you on that, Dingo. That sometimes and And that's what I'm talking about is sometimes you have to do what you have to do what's right, even if it's going to fail. Like, you have to stick, you have to be consistent. Now, some of these people are doing that, and they do things like that because it's the right thing to do. And then some people do stuff like that because they know it's an easy thing that makes them look good on them, even though would would it have the same support if it had the possibility of passing? You know what I mean? You think Peter said that Rokon is just another Kamala Harris or Cory Booker? I hope so, propaganda. I mean, I hate this. I think that there's more good people out there than not. I mean, it's the squeaky wheel that gets the grease. It's the idiots that make the news. You know, it's not the people. So it gives this illusion that everybody that there's all these there's just, millions of Nazis running around, or Antifa people running around, and it's just these are just small little factions, minute factions of people. Republicans and Democrats even included. I think the majority of Americans aren't hateful. They're not stupid, but they are demoralized. Like, they've been stripped of all of their power and all of their integrity, and all they have left is just checking out, going to work, and coming home and turning on the TV. You know? Yeah. I mean, I hear you that she's might be one of the best elected officials, um, but that doesn't mean that it's good enough. And yeah, take it to the streets. We have to organize, and we have to be heard. We can't, because here's what's happening: we're electing people to make our voices heard, and then they're not saying the things that we once said. So if they're not going to say it, we need to say it. We need to show up and say it. Thank you, working progressive. Oh my god. Oh, I get flustered when I get compliments. Okay. Um, yeah, Atlas, that would be, I'm not, see, okay. When I first started this, I don't know if y'all could pick up on this. I had a lot of social anxiety. I was always super quiet. I was always the one that had my nose in a book, and I wasn't much of a talker. I listened a lot, but I never was one to talk. So it's like the attention is weird to me and it's strange. But for me, it's about getting the attention not on me, but the ideas and the conversations that we're having. So I would love to be able to, who I would love to have a conversation with. Um, well, one of them, which I've already done, was Graham Elwood. I had an interview with him, and I think we had a really great conversation. And another person would be Chris Hedges. He would be, oh my God, just absolutely fascinating. Jimmy Dore would be another good one. Lee Camp, like some of these people. And I'd even like to talk to you know who I would love to talk to? Jink Uger, or Jinx, as we like to call him. Yeah, I'd just be like, I would love to question him on some stuff. That would be fantastic. I don't know how to say his name. Slavage. I don't know. I know who you're talking about though, but I don't know how to say his name. Or Assange. Yes, people that think about things from, like, multiple angles. Truth tellers. how does that even work, propaganda? How does your Green Party, how is Green Party pro oil and water? That doesn't even make sense. Oh, God. I'm sorry to hear that. That is bad. At least our Green Party gives us an option. I mean, they're disorganized as hell and can't seem to win an election, but at least they know what's right and what's wrong. No, I'm not saying no. Oh, please, no, no, no. I am not saying Nazis and Antifa are one and the same. No, but I'm saying that there's extreme factions, and that's all I'm saying. You know, even Democrats and Republicans to a certain degree, at least the people that are in office, not necessarily the voters, but yeah, I mean, we have these little tiny factions are the ones that get the attention, is what I'm saying. When I don't think the majority of Americans fall into that. Jimmy's become an asshat. How? I don't agree with all the stuff he says, but I wouldn't go so far as to call him an asshat. No, Jake definitely would not be up for that. He does not like to be. He doesn't like thinking things that make him feel a certain way. Oh my God, Richard Wolf, I love him too. Yeah, he would be great. I'd like to pick his brain about democratizing the workforce around here and how to motivate people. Because I know he talks about how the stuff that we need, but how do you get people to get out there and feel like, you know, it's worth fighting for? I'm listening to Bernie on Tom Hartman. Whoa. That we need a third party? Absolutely. Well, I think we need a second party because, or an alternative to the corporate madness. Because you know, I've got a Democrat, Joe Manchin. How is he different? Gosh, my throat is so. I need some water. Hold on. I'm just reading through some of these comments. Yeah, another Occupy movement. Yeah. No, I mean sometimes my problem. The only thing that with Jimmy is like I've seen that he tends to go back and forth on things, on a couple of things. Like with the Democrats, he kind of goes one way, then he goes another. But maybe he's just working through it. You know what I mean? Like I do that sometimes too. I'm like, well, you know, sometimes I just want to go full on like, fuck all the Democrats. But you know, and then I'm try. You know, these are big, complicated issues, and yeah, I mean, just to have like a very set in stone, absolute mentality, I don't think is beneficial. The Green Party leader in Canada. Oh, well, I don't get the John McCain love. Chapo Trap House. Haven't heard of that? Is that a YouTube channel? Michael Brooks, Majority. Oh, yeah, I don't like Majority Report. Well, come on now. We don't need to name calling. We're here to have a discussion. If I'm wrong, we'll talk about it. All right? I'm hearing you out. Yes, Occupy did scare the elite because we actually were organized, and we were organized and educated on the issues. We knew what was wrong. We could see what was wrong. That's what scared them. People that were thinking things, they don't like that. David Dole? I don't know that name. Yeah, I want a third party, Scott said, but it has to be named right or else it will die. And I think the Green Party, um, that might be another factor that's holding them back because uh, it's been associated with, tree hugging hippies that don't care about your jobs, and at least around here it has. So that's why we don't have a Green Party here. We have a Mountain Party. Now, Majority Report, is that the one that made the argument for um, less gas chambers? Is that or less concentration camps? I think that he was like, "Well, I'm going to vote for less concentration camps." Yeah, not. Is it? Am I buffering? No. Oh, I wasn't talking about you, Dingo. There you are. Okay, I see you. I see you, Triana. I hope I'm saying your name right. Yeah, and I found out that he does a voice on Bob's Burgers, which I love Bob's Burgers. Kind of sucks that he's part of that, but it's not gonna make me stop watching it because it's hilarious. No, no, actually, I used to like Sam Cedar. When we had that MCHM spill, he did an excellent job in covering it. I'm not saying I did give him a chance. I listened to him for a while, but um, yeah, just because of that. But after this election, I feel like he's just like went kind of nuts. I can't get on board with the stuff that he's saying. What time is it? I still gotta go to work. All right, I can do this for a little bit longer, but then I gotta get ready. Green Party's worthless. The DSA, however, now I need to look more into the DSA. I did an interview with a guy that was running, Elliot Pritt. He was running here um, for House, I believe, and yeah, he's great. I mean, we were in total agreement. So I think, like, the DSA is aligned with the Green Party in like the stuff that they want to get done and all that. Berea College in Kentucky? No, I'm not. I like Kyle. Yeah. There's some stuff. Like he wants to reform the Democratic Party. I'm not. I'm not in that camp, but uh, you know, we'll see. I mean, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. We'll find out, though, right? Mike Figueredo, I used to watch him a lot too. And then, I don't know, I just feel like there was like a disconnect. Like I just couldn't, yeah, a lot of his opinions and stuff. Just, I'm like, it's not really worth. Just felt like some more of the same regurgitation of thoughts that the echo chamber. Oh, Chris, are you in the UK? Well, oh my gosh, I got people from all over watching. That's so cool. I love that we can do this. Who was I talking about? What nuts? Oh, I think Sam Cedar definitely did. Peter said at this point it's the system that needs to die. Yeah, I would like to see a system where we don't have people that rule over us. And that's why I've had people that have said like, "Oh, you need to run for office," but I don't want to rule. And I feel like that's the system that we have set up right now is like people that get to rule over other people. I want I would like to see a system where people are like get to decide for themselves, like people that get to think and be and exist and get to form their own opinions and form their own ideas and have information that they can access and have time to research and stuff. I don't want to be that kind of person. I want to be the kind of person that motivates people to make decisions for themselves and to think for themselves and not to do that for them, because I do not think that is I'm not comfortable with that. Anthony, I think you said it best about Sam. Yeah. Yep. Triana said, I like how I get frustrated that he wrestles fascists for increments. I know Jimmy he gets me fired up about a lot of stuff. I know he was one of the, I mean, after the whole disaster with TYT, Jimmy was definitely helped keep me sane, because I felt like I was like, is there a gas leak somewhere? Like what is going on? I don't understand what's going on at TYT. And then I was like, oh, okay, I get it. It's not just me. All right. How are ideas detrimental, Herc? We're here having a discussion. I don't see how is this detrimental? I mean, I'm hearing people out. If they want to take it over, tell me how. What's your game plan? But just to have a discussion, I don't see how that, or to think or have ideas, that's not, I'm not, I don't see how that's dangerous. Dangerous to, I don't know. Real Democracy Incorporated by Sheldon Wolin. Okay. Well, I know TYT gets their money from sketchy sources. Jimmy, I don't know about all his where he gets all his money, but I know he's got a huge support from YouTube and super chats and Patreon and stuff like that. Does Jimmy give him? I've heard that before, that Jimmy gives them money, but I don't know. I haven't seen anything. I've heard people say it, but I haven't seen like any kind of like evidence about it. Not that I went looking either, so it might be out there. Alright. Let's see. Alright, it's 11:43, so I should probably do laundry and go to work where I can make minimum wage. Get shafted. Alright. I don't want to go. I don't want to go. Alright, but I got to. But it's been really good talking. Oh, wait. I need to get... Let me read some more comments. And I'm procrastinating. Don't judge. I wish this was my job. I would love to make this my job. NT.com, maybe there's some. Yeah. It's just the area that I live in. I mean, either you work retail for minimum wage, you work fast food for minimum wage, you work healthcare for a little bit more money, or you can work in a coal mine. So, this is not the land of opportunity here. Real News Network. Oh yeah, I watch them. I like their stuff. America. All right. Well, I really appreciate the conversation, y'all, and for listening to me ramble on. And we'll go ahead and end it. Go to work and make pizzas. Ugh. All right. I might do another live stream later, but no, well, probably not, because I won't get out of work till like midnight or 1. Well, probably more like 1 o'clock in the morning. So I might not. We'll see. Love ya. Thanks for listening.